Kính chào quý vị khán giả. Hello Viet TV Canada. Welcome to the Wealth Expert Show, the show where we teach you how to make the best use of your money to reach your goals in the most efficient way possible. Consider me your financial GPS. I'm your host and wealth advisor, Mitchell Huang. This week, we look at the basics of financial planning. How do you achieve your financial independence and other goals along the way? Most people think financial planning is putting aside a couple $100 every month into their RRSPs and TFSAs. Although it's good to put aside money, this is not a plan. A plan involves specific goals and milestones, quite similar to a business plan or a roadmap. You need to know what you want and save towards that goal. A strong financial plan is built on 4 cornerstones. Short-term reserves, which protect you over a period of a few months. Moderate-term goals, any goals within a 7-year timeline, such as purchasing a home, an expensive vacation, or your children's education. Longer-term goals, any goals 7 years or longer from today, such as retirement. And lastly, but most importantly, income and asset protection. This protects your moderate and long-term goals in case of premature death, disability, or critical illness. For today's example, we will put together a simple financial plan with the long-term goal of retirement. Questions we need to answer are, how much money do you need to retire comfortably? How much money do you need to invest to get there? How is this going to affect your current lifestyle? These are all questions we will answer today. So tune in as we explore the world of financial planning. For demonstration purposes, let's say your only goal is to retire 15 years from today. Our first step would be to put together a snapshot of your current financial situation. For example, let's pretend you are 35 years old, which means you want to retire at age 50, which is 15 years from today. Currently, you have 3 assets: a condo valued at $300,000, a car valued at $25,000, and $10,000 cash in your bank account. You owe $250,000 on the mortgage and $10,000 on the car loan. From this, we can put together a balance sheet. You can follow along and make one of your own. Under assets, we have the condo at $300,000, the car at $25,000, and $10,000 cash in the account. Under liabilities, which means the amounts that you owe, we have the mortgage at $250,000 and the car loan at $10,000. This gives us a net worth, which is all of your assets minus your liabilities, of $75,000. And that's a great start. Now, we need to move on to your cash flow. Simply put, this is all of the money that is coming in minus all the money going out. You currently make a salary of $60,000. And assuming that you live in Ontario, we can estimate that after taxes, you will make approximately $45,000 a year. This means that monthly, you make $3,750 net or after tax. So let's assume your monthly expenses consist of spending $400 a month on housing. This includes things such as maintenance fees, utilities, etc. $325 a month on food, $450 on transportation, which is gas, car insurance, maintenance, and the like, $250 on entertainment, and $100 a month on personal items such as clothes and hobbies. Now let's not forget the mortgage and the car loan, which is a monthly payment of $575 and $250 respectively. From this, we see our total expenses for the month is $2,350. We make net after taxes $3,750 per month, which gives us a grand total of $1,400 free cash flow every month. Now, since our only goal is retirement, we need to estimate how much money we will need in retirement. Let's say we think we would be comfortable with an income of $40,000 a year, which gives us $3,333 monthly income. By the time we retire, our mortgage and car loan should be paid off, and other unnecessary expenses will be kept to a minimum so that we are able to travel a bit every year, spend time with family, and basically enjoy a stress-free life. Let's also assume that we will receive a yearly pension from work of 4% of our final year's salary indexed to inflation. With this goal in mind, let's put together a saving strategy. We have two items we need to tackle. Firstly, a short-term reserve account. That $10,000 cash we have in our bank account, $7,500 we will allocate to an emergency account. This account is the short-term reserve we spoke about in the 4 cornerstones of financial planning. This represents 3 months of expenses. Now remember, from our cash flow, our monthly expenses totaled $2,350. So this short-term account will be used for emergencies, such as a short-term leave from work, being laid off, etc. This covers us in case we lose our source of income and allows us 3 months to recover. Since we have already budgeted for all of our expenses, including entertainment, let's say we are saving $1,200 of the $1,400 free cash flow every month. This leaves us with $200 for other expenses we may have missed. Our retirement savings, we are going to split between our TFSA and our RRSP. Since we haven't done anything with either account, we will prioritize the TFSA, which is the tax-free savings account, over the RRSP account. In general, when you withdraw money from a TFSA, it is, as it said, tax-free. When you withdraw money from an RRSP, the government taxes the withdrawal as income. So the amount in your RRSP account is not the amount that you will receive. The advantage of the RRSP is that any money you deposit, you will receive a tax rebate on after you do your taxes at the end of the year. However, the main goal of prioritizing the TFSA is to receive as much tax-free income during retirement as possible. This will allow us to maximize all the government benefits, such as CPP, which is Canadian Pension Plan, and OAS, Old Age Security. More on this in our later episodes. Of the $1,200 each month, we will be saving $800 will be placed in our TFSAs and $400 in our RRSPs. Since we are looking to retire in 15 years and currently have no retirement savings, we will need to invest in mutual funds or anything in the market to achieve a modest return of 6.5% annually. Any other non-market asset classes such as GICs and bonds offer returns that are too low to achieve our goals. Using the future value formula and Excel, we determined that in 15 years at a growth rate of 6.5% annually, we will have a grand total of $532,000. $350,000 of which will be in our TFSAs and $181,000 in our RRSP. While this sounds like a lot of money, we will run out of money well before we die at the age of 90. At this point, we have 3 options. First, retire later. Second, save more. And third, live a simpler lifestyle in retirement, which means rather than having an income of $40,000 a year in retirement, maybe an income of $34,000 would work better, which is $500 less every month. Let's say option 3 is out of the question. We don't want a reduced income during our retirement because we want to enjoy life. That means we can either retire later or save more, or a combination of both. So let's do both, as we currently are only saving $1,200 of our $1,400 free cash flow, meaning we have $200 a month surplus. Let's put $90 of that into our TFSAs and $110 of that into our RRSPs every month. And let's change our retirement age from 50 to 55. By saving a little bit more each month and working for 5 years longer, we are able to amass a grand total of approximately $960,000 versus $530,000, allowing us to have a comfortable retirement with a yearly income of $40,000 after 20 years. And that is a quick and easy financial plan. As you can see, even with a simple plan, there are many things to consider. I hope this helps give you a clear idea of how to strategize for your financial future. If you have any questions in regards to your personal financial plan, don't hesitate to contact me. Tune in next week as we discuss the differences between RRSPs and TFSAs and how to use them most effectively in your financial planning. I look forward to all your email questions. Have a topic you would like me to discuss on the show? Or need a financial plan done for you and your family? Or just want some investment advice? Contact me at any time at mitch@wealthexpert.ca. Thank you to all of our viewers and see you next time on Viet TV Canada's Wealth Expert Show. This is Mitchell Huang, your wealth expert, signing off until next time. See you then. Bye for now.